Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. What a glorious day. What a great looking crowd. And we prepared this for you, Lanier Tech's graduating class of 2026. Congratulations. I'm Tim McDonald, president of Lanier Technical College, and today we've set the day aside for you. We're here to celebrate you and acknowledge your dedicated, vigilant, and faithful work. At the conclusion, you will become a member of the Lanier Technical College alumni family. I want to begin my remarks by recognizing several groups that are here today. First and foremost, I'd like to recognize the group that planned and executed this morning's commencement ceremony. They worked tirelessly for the last couple of weeks, and I just want to ask you to help me show our appreciation to this group. I would like to ask Vice President of Student Affairs, Nancy Beaver, please stand. And it's Miss Beaver's team that led you in and planned this. So let's show our appreciation for today's event. Our college board of directors are here, and I'd like for them to stand up, please. We'll actually recognize them individually as the ceremony progresses, but these are the folks that provide wisdom, guidance, and advisement, and they're your biggest cheerleaders. So help me say thank you to our board of directors. Maybe see. And then a very special group. And I'm going to start with the faculty. Faculty, please stand up and let us thank you for all your time, investment. Now, yes. Today we recognize your great work, so thank you. The rest of the Lanier Technical College faculty and staff, or staff, please stand up. These are the other folks. Please stand up. Instructors, counselors, tutors, yes. And the college leadership, whether you know it or not, they've all been with you as you've journeyed through towards your success. So thank y'all. And then maybe the most important group here, other than our graduates, you're the most important group, and that's the family members, friends, loved ones. And we just want to say thank you for your investment, your support, and encouragement of these graduates. We know that you have been by their side inspiring them, encouraging them, taking care of them, maybe a warm meal, maybe you did a load of clothes for them, who knows. Graduates, please join me in thanking your family and loved ones who've been beside you through this journey. And now, I want to talk to our graduates. I ask one thing today, for you to be present in this moment. Take in everything about this day. Reflect on where you started and all that you have accomplished. As the largest commencement class in the history of Lanier Technical College, make today's milestone a lasting memory. I'm convinced you all were born with your own unique gifts. Today we celebrate the development of your gifts. You each have chosen a career path you're passionate about. You've acquired knowledge and developed skills. This knowledge and these skills will serve our communities and make them a better place to live. You have an educational foundation that will support all of your future pursuits. Today, it is evident you have firmly planted your heart in your career field. You met and exceeded our academic challenges. You've also overcome many additional life challenges, and you embody the spirit of perseverance and resilience. As your graduation mate, Misty Cuppinger, stated, I overcame all of those things, and I am the very first person in my family to graduate college. Congratulations, Misty. Your drive and determination have been inspirational to Lanier Tech, regardless of where it originated. Several of you are graduating today having been inspired by loved ones who are no longer with us. As you walk across the stage today, I hope you will carry their memory and their pride with you. Other perspectives of the class of 25 include you, Joseph DeLima. You were told as a small child, following a serious accident, that you would struggle to lead a normal life. Today, as an engineering technology graduate, you have once again proven that statement to be untrue. And yes, I would be honored to take a selfie with you. Brandy Katina, you succeeded in the most important goal of raising your children. And today, in spite of those who may have discouraged you, we recognize you for succeeding in your second goal as an Associate of Science in Nursing graduate. In reference to the power of education and encouragement, Belinda Mercado provided a perspective very similar to many of you. Thank you, LTC, for believing in me and helping me turn my life around. And to capture the essence of today, Ashley Houston offered, here I am, here we all are, graduating and succeeding. Lanier Tech has two employees that will graduate today, Lisa Larkin, who opened the ceremony with our bell ringing, and Jennifer Munoz, and they will be courted as they cross the stage today. There are more than 450 inspiring stories that I could continue to tell. Stories of personal triumph, spiritual growth, and certainly professional growth. Graduates, I encourage you to tell your story. Tell it often. And inspire others to find their purpose and to follow their dreams just as you have. I would like to close my remarks by reading a poem by math professor John L. Truelove, written to our college's class of 1980. To the students of Lanier Tech, the road draws us forth, then runs ahead to far places and distant steads. through valleys and forests, lush and green, over hills, across rivers, and under sun's sheen. The way is both easy and rough, steep and level, soft and tough. So we climb the hills one at a time, explore new waters, now fresh, now brine. We've trekked together these last miles. I've seen your faces, smiled your smiles, and the joy it has been just knowing you. The things you are, the things you do. Now your road turns left or right, and you'll be gone ere the night. I want you to always keep this thought with you. Lanier Tech loves you as I do. I'm privileged to address this class as the president, and equally privileged to address this class as a fellow graduate. I'm from the class of 1984. Class of 2026, remember, you represent the best of Lanier Technical College, and you will always be a part of the Lanier Tech family. Congratulations again. Celebrate this milestone, and I wish you the greatest success and prosperity. Thank you.
Well, good morning. I'm John Dunbar. I serve as the Dean of Advanced Technology and Engineering and Applied Technology and Transportation. And I want to spend just 1 minute talking to you about the Georgia Occupational Award of Leadership, also referred to as GOAL. GOAL celebrates excellence in technical education. Each year, this honor is awarded to an outstanding student from each of Georgia's 22 technical colleges. GOAL recognizes academic achievement, community service, professionalism, and the ability to communicate the life-changing value of technical education. GOAL nominees are selected by faculty and advance through a rigorous process and series of interviews as these students compete at the college and the regional and state levels. It is with tremendous pride that we recognize Lanier Technical College's 2026 GOAL Student of the Year, Carly Bell Wiseman. Carly represented Lanier Tech with distinction throughout the GOAL process this year, standing out among thousands of students across Georgia's technical college system. Carly's journey is one defined by service, discipline, and purpose. As a United States Army veteran and a welding and joining technology student, Carly embodies the attributes of a GOAL winner, such as integrity, passion, perseverance, commitment to one's craft, and one who always strives to help others succeed. She has excelled academically, earning multiple welding certifications, along with her diploma, and she has chosen to advance her education by pursuing an associate's degree in applied technical management right here at Lanier Tech. I am privileged to introduce to you Ms. Carly Wiseman, Lanier Tech's 2026 GOAL winner. Carly, congratulations on your many accomplishments. Please accept this token of gratitude from the college in reference to all that you've accomplished. And now I'd like to invite you to address your graduating class of 2026.
Good morning. What an honor it is to be here with my classmates, my friends, and my family. Let me begin by giving all glory to God for holding my hand every step of the way and for giving me the determination to get to where I am today. Not long ago, I found myself at a turning point. After being honorably discharged from the Army as a combat engineer, I was searching for my next mission. Like many of us, I had questions. I had to figure out how to trust God's plan, take everything I had learned, and apply it to a new chapter of my life. That search led me to welding. It wasn't just about learning a trade. It was about discipline, persistence, and building something meaningful with my own hands. It gave me direction when I needed it most, and it brought me here today. To my fellow Lanier Tech graduates, congratulations. You are here because you made the deliberate choice to pursue your goals. You put in the hard work, stayed up those late nights, and kept pushing, even if you felt like giving up. You should be proud of what you've accomplished. As you begin a new chapter of your story, you might find yourself with more questions than answers. What's next? Where do I go from here? Am I ready? The truth is, most of us don't have everything figured out, and that's okay. One thing I'm still learning is that life doesn't come with a perfect blueprint. Sometimes the path only becomes clear once you start walking it. There were times when things didn't go the way I expected, when I felt unsure or stuck. But looking back, those moments weren't setbacks. They were steps forward. They taught me to be resilient and patient, to adapt to change, and to keep moving forward. Sometimes we want everything mapped out. We want guarantees. But growth doesn't work like that. It's in those uncertain moments that leadership is built. When you decide to keep going, not just for yourself, but for others who may be watching your journey. Be someone others can look up to. Be kind, offer encouragement, and stay grounded in your values. The way you treat people, the way you handle challenges, that's what people remember. That's the kind of leadership that truly makes a difference. Move forward with confidence, but also with humility. Work hard, stay patient, and stay true to who you are. As we continue down our paths, there will be highs and lows, moments of success and moments that challenge us. When things don't go as planned, and at some point they won't, remember that your story isn't over. Sometimes what feels like a detour is actually the direction you needed all along. Those moments are shaping you into the kind of person you're meant to be. To my fellow graduates, whether you're continuing your education like me, you're entering the workforce, or both, take what you've learned here and carry it with you. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. Congratulations, class of 2026. Be proud of how far you've come and have faith in where you're going next. Your journey is just getting started. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. What an exciting day we have today. I'm Dr. Deanne Collins. I'm the Dean of Allied Health here at Lanier Technical College. The Rick Perkins Award is a prestigious statewide honor presented to outstanding instructors within the technical college system of Georgia. This award recognizes exemplary teaching, innovation, leadership, and dedication to student achievement. Each technical college in Georgia selects one instructor to represent its institution. This year, Ms. Erica Bongart was selected as Lanier Technical College's Rick Perkins Award recipient, also referred to as the Teacher of the Year. Ms. Bongart was further distinguished as a finalist in the Rick Perkins state competition. Ms. Bongart currently serves as our Radiologic Technology Program Director and Instructor. She is an alumni of the program, having advanced from adjunct faculty to full-time clinical coordinator and ultimately to her role as program director. It is my highest honor and esteemed privilege to introduce our keynote speaker and our Teacher of the Year, Ms. Erica Bongart. Ms. Bongart is a very rad instructor. So accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. Well, good morning. How's everybody doing? This is a very exciting day. So let me start by first saying congratulations. Seriously, I want you to take a second and just let that land. Through early mornings, late nights, group projects where you may or may not have become the entire group, and the phrase, "it's in the syllabus," echoing in your dreams. You made it. And as President Theodore Roosevelt once said, the credit belongs to the one who is actually in the arena. And y'all, that's you. You are in the arena. Today, you will leave with two powerful items: a certificate, a diploma, or a degree, and a resume. Now let's talk about that resume for just a minute. Because your resume, it's impressive. It's polished. It's organized. It uses verbs like led, developed, implemented. It makes your life look like a perfectly curated TikTok reel. But here's the truth that nobody puts on a resume. Your resume doesn't show the class that you almost failed, but didn't quit. Your resume doesn't show the day that you felt completely lost and still showed up anyway. It doesn't show the anxiety before a big exam, the doubt after a rejection, and the moment you wondered, am I really cut out for this? And yet those moments, that's the real story. That's the reality. Your resume says what you've done, but your reality reveals who you've become. And who you've become is far more important. Because the world you're stepping into doesn't just need polished resumes. It needs resilient people across all industries, from cosmetology to marine engine technology, horticulture to dental hygiene, accounting, culinary, business, automation, drafting, welding, fire science. The list goes on and on and on. Our communities need people who can adapt when things don't go according to plan. People who can communicate, connect, and care, and not just complete tasks. And I want to pause before I say this next thing because this matters. You are graduates of Lanier Technical College, and that is something to be incredibly proud of. Technical education is different. It's not just about sitting in a classroom. It's about showing up, putting your hands to work, and learning skills that have real impact on real people in real time. You didn't just study the concepts, you practiced them. You lived them. And I know that because I stand here not just as your speaker, but as one of you. Like many of my incredible colleagues, and even our very own leader, President McDonald, I'm also a graduate of Lanier Technical College. Yes, I learned the skills to do my job with excellence. I learned how to be precise, competent, and confident in my field of radiologic technology. But more importantly, I learned things that no resume could ever fully capture. I learned compassion, how to treat people when they're at their most vulnerable. I learned resilience, how to keep going when things got hard. I learned determination and how to push through doubt and discomfort. And I learned a work ethic that doesn't just show up when it's convenient, but shows up every single day, every single time, no matter what. And that is the power of technical education. It doesn't just prepare you for a job, it prepares you for life. And when you walk into that workforce, you carry something unique. You don't just know how to do the work, you understand why it matters. So yes, be proud of your resume, but be even prouder of where it comes from and who it represents. Because at some point, your resume, while that foundation is strong, might not be enough. There will be a moment, maybe in your first job, maybe 5 years from now, when you'll be in a situation where there is no GPA to lean on. There is no title to hide behind. There's no rubric. There's no study guide. There's no remind message to, well, remind you. And there is definitely no chat GPT to save you, and suddenly you are the intelligence in the room. Just you. Your judgment, your character, and your ability to figure things out when nobody gives you the answers. That's the reality. Because here's the secret. People may hire you because of your resume, but they keep you because of your reality. You know, nobody ever says, gosh, you know what made the difference? That Times New Roman 12-point font that they used on their resume. Wow, that was just so incredible. So what does that look like? What does that reality look like in real life? Let me give you 5 quick pieces of advice that you can actually carry with you starting right now. The first is show up on time, prepared and ready to work. Because 15 minutes before your shift is on time is late, and late is absolutely unacceptable. It sounds simple, but it's rare enough that it will set you apart immediately. Second, if you don't know something, say so, and then go learn it. Nobody expects you to know everything, but they do expect effort and initiative. Third, own your mistakes quickly, without excuses. It's not the mistake that defines you, it's what you do next. Fourth, be the person that people can count on, the one that follows through, the one that makes things easier, not harder. Every workplace has a don't be that person. Just make sure it's never you. And fifth, treat people well every time, and not because you have to, but because it's who you are. Skills may get you hired, but how you treat people is what builds your reputation. So yes, build your resume. Be proud of it. It represents hard work, discipline, and commitment. But don't spend so much time building your resume that you forget to build your life. Build curiosity, build relationships, and build courage, the kind that shows up when things are uncertain. And maybe, most importantly, build a version of yourself that you actually want to be around. Be the person that you want to work with. At some point in your future, your titles will change, your roles will evolve, the lines on your resume will grow, and then eventually, they'll stop mattering as much. But who you are, that stays. So as you leave here today, stepping into whatever comes next, I want you to remember this. You are a collection of moments where you chose to keep going, where you chose to learn, where you chose to become, and that is something that no resume could ever fully capture. Congratulations, Lanier Technical College, class of 2026. I am so proud of you.
Thank you, Erica and Carly. Should I step over? Thank you, Erica and Carly. That was fantastic. Let's give them another round of applause. My name is Mindy Glander, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Vice President for Academic Affairs at Lanier Technical College. Today, it is my honor to present the candidates for graduation. President McDonald, the faculty of Lanier Technical College would like to present the candidates for graduation.
Recognizing Lanier Tech Board Member James Dumas. From the Division of Allied Health, Associate of Science and Dental Hygienist, Jocelyn Aguilar. Valeria Alvarado. Candelaria Bautista Jose. Reese Disharoon. Rachel Camille Elrod. Brisa Ruby Ferrell. Roini Filomeno de Figueiredo. Elizabeth Leon. Elena Pavenko. Lady Payne. Stephanie Puebla. Brittany Revelar. Francine Stubbs. Margot Yearwood. Now the paramedicine diploma, Victoria Crane. Juan Hernandez. Now the Associate of Applied Science in Health Information Management Technology, Shelby Cobalt. Ginger Forrest. Chinda Keo. Dakota Schmidt. Alexis Segovia Pedraza. Paula Stewart. Xiao Wang. Now the Health Information Coding Diploma, Ada Victoria Bodie. Stephanie Burtz. Kimberly Hulsey. Ashley Jordan. Amada Marquez. Anitha Thavi Sikumavar. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Medical Assisting, Karen Amparo Bimbela. Rachel Guerrero Guerra. America Lucario. Diamond Paget. Zaira Rodriguez. Clara Villafranca. And now the Medical Assisting Diploma, Summer Adams. Amanda Dawn Alexander. Marlene Jahaira Estrada Chavez. Stacy Griggs. Ariana Gudemak. Verónica Huerta. Andrea Linder. Joanna Marban. Yesenia Modesto. Jocelyn Sereno. Tanya Sherrod. Hillary Wade. Natalie Watson. Logan Wiggins. Amber Zachary. Now the Medical Administrative Assistant Certificate, Leslie Molina. And now the Nurse Aid Fast Track Certificate, Allison Aguilar. Brianna Aguilar. Roxana Alvarenga. Tanaya Anderson. Alexa Beltran. Jacqueline Benitez Chavez. Melanie Ceballos Benitez. Ariana Chonge. Cassandra Contreras. And now recognizing Lanier Tech board member Carolyn Booker. Peyton Davis. Dalen del Carmen Aguirre. Aniel Douglas. Anessa Escochea. Kayla Echetti. Madison Eder. Naomi Falcon. Joanna Fuller. Ana Garcia. Alexandra Gomez Gomez. Jacqueline Anayi Gonzalez. Yareli Gonzalez. Yanisa Gordillo. Jenny Graciano Luna. Eva Guerrero. Fabiola Guerrero. Jimena Herrera Pacheco. Michelle Hinojosa. Camora Luki. Carol McCauley. Jenny Martinez. Carla Medina. Carmen Mercado. Sofía Ornelas Montalvo. Ocean Pate. Evelyn Perez. Jocelyn Perez. Alex Perez Juarez. Mackenzie Rappert. Stephanie Rodriguez Gandara. Bria Rogers. Adan Rondin. Valentina Sanchez. Abigail Snyder England. Naomi Elise Sotelo. Kyla Sosa Sims. Julianne San Luis. Selena Jocelyn Trejo Perez. Madeline Tyler. And now the Associate of Science in Nursing, Guadalupe Aguayo. Candace Atkins. Brandy Coutinho. Jennifer Ellison. Cecilia Garza Gonzalez. Michaela Hawkins. Abby Leonard. Agnes Michaela. Kathy A. Panter. Litzy Perez. Anthony Pisano. Faith Proctor. Terry Young. Nadia Ziegler. And now the Accelerated Phlebotomy Technician Certificate, Luz Jaylene Aviles. Angela Doe. Ashley Houston. Belinda Alexis Mercado. Kaylee Rodriguez. Carla Serrato Dominguez. And now the Phlebotomy Technician Certificate, Blessing Mboya Njo. And now recognizing Lanier Tech Board Member David Cleveland. Jasmine Palage. Amanda E. Ponce. Seneca Young. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Physical Therapist Assistant, Grace Blum. Rachel Cadwell. Uriah Davis. Krista Edwards. Anthony Nichols. Austin Query. Dylan Beduya. And now the Division of Advanced Technology and Engineering. The Associate of Applied Science in Architectural and Engineering Drawing Technology, Mackenzie Bennett. Mason Sisk. And now the Architectural and Engineering Drawing Technology Diploma, Alma Rodriguez Vasquez. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Automation Technology, Dennis J. Free. Zachary Kennedy. Andrea Pinto Ellis. Campbell Sims. Now the Automation Technology Diploma, Alejandro Marceleno. And now the Electrical Control Systems Diploma, Junior Lopez. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Building Automation Systems, Ira Washington III. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Computer Programming, Kobe Dungswari. Nicholas Lewis. Carrie Stotler. Yulissa Vargas. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Computer Support Specialist, Logan Wiley. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Cybersecurity, Pierce Adamczyk. Elijah Kukos. Noah Diaz. Annalise Glaw. Giovanni Gonzalez. Keely Graham. Natalia Greenidge. Faith Harris. John Kevin Maldonado. Juan Molina Arellano. Joseph Ramirez. Benjamin Trahan. Luis Varela. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Networking Specialist, Justin Armenta. And now the Computer Programming Diploma, Elizabeth Riles. And now the Cybersecurity Diploma, Derek Lewis. Nakisha Lewis. Derek Ulises Mendoza. And now the Cybersecurity Certificate, Zach Myers. And now the PC Repair and Network Technician Certificate, David Williams III. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Design and Media Production Technology, Alexia Hansard. Gabriela Olivares Villate. Jenna Watkins. And now the Design and Media Production Specialist Certificate, Wyatt Aldridge. Ava Looney. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Engineering Technology, Joseph De Lima. Ana Hernandez Munoz. Christian Martinez. Amanda Guyan. William Page. Ethan Ray. Bryson Shirley. Oscar Torres. Nathan Wood. Erica Zaragoza. And now, recognizing Lanier Tech Board Member Norma Hernandez.
Mr. President.
The Engineering Technology Fundamental Certificate, Kelvin Espinal Nunez. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Mechatronics Technology, Nicholas Dennington. Adam Harvey. Angel Luis Melendez. Cesar Perales. Eric Reyna. Jesus Vázquez Fonseca. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Precision Machining and Manufacturing, Daniel Blomgren. Richard Moon. And now the Precision Machining and Manufacturing Diploma, Jadlyn Argueta. Austin Kinney. And now the Division of Applied Technology and Transportation, the Air Conditioning Technology Diploma, William Denhays. And now the Automotive Collision Repair Diploma, Jonathan Rabadan. Slady Villagomez. And now the Automotive for Finishing Assistant 1 certificate, Dexter Cobb. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Automotive Technology, Allison Kelly. Andrew Kinney. Christian Martinez Lopez. Roberto Pablo Lopez. Jonathan Torres. And now the Automotive Technology Diploma, Jesse James Keaveney. And now the Automotive Engine Performance Technician Certificate, Elijah Douglas Blackman. And now the Associate of Applied Science in NCCER Construction Management Technology, Norma Ahanel Sika. Nicole Alarcon. Noah Clay. Susana Martinez Diaz. And now the NCCER Construction Management Technology Diploma, Kristen Morales. And now the Diesel Equipment Technology Diploma, Nicolas Angelo Aliberti. Paul Connor Bedigistein. Jalen Chavez. Joshua Chicas. Christopher W. Galloway. Ricardo Garcia Soto. Amy Hawley. Carson Hupog. Annalise Marrufo. Emmanuel Melgar Acosta. William Sesmas. Jackson Forrest Vandegrift. Jacob Watts. Lizzie Wishall. And now the Diesel Electrical Electronic Systems Technician Certificate, Sean Pribble. And now the Diesel Truck Maintenance Technician Certificate, Caden Chambers. And now the Electrical Systems Technology Diploma, Brian Benitez. Gonzalo Duran Catarino. Landon Chase Marlowe. Jonathan Vasquez. And now the Residential Wiring Technician Certificate, Yosvani Savala. And now the Marine Engine Technology Diploma, Robert Latorno Fincher III. Francisco Gomez Rodriguez. Malik Reynolds. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Motorsports Vehicle Technology, Shane Blaney. Carson Craig. John Purdue Hoover, Jr. Litzy Murillo. Ashton Vreeland. Cooper Waller. And now the Motorsports Vehicle Technology Diploma, Jared Dacus. Stormy McLean Henderson. Nick Woosley. And now, recognizing Lanier Tech board member, Jim Otwell.
I wanted to stay there forever. Will you do mine? Please just have too much fun.
And now, the Welding and Joining Technology Diploma, Jamel Banks. Ian Bergroschi. David Dueñas. Vicente Hernández. Braxton Holden. Ian Gerard. Kaylin King. Christian McIntosh. Jesus Medrano. Deisha Mercado. Andrew Persad. Carly Wiseman. And now the Basic Shielded Metal Arc Welder Certificate, Lauren Hill. Dani Salazar Torres. And now the Gas Metal Arc Welder Certificate, Damarian Williams. And now the Gas Tungsten Arc Welder Certificate, Brock Hunter. Aiden Jacobazi. And now the Division of Arts and Sciences, the Associate of Applied Science and Interdisciplinary Studies, Sarah Anderson. Joanne Carmeli Augustine. Ashley Cooley. Stephanie Iniguez Flores. Caitlin Baker. Toria Lockridge. Siobhan Nelson. Carly Prather. Jasmine Reyes Posada. Hajarat Shilu. And now to the Division of Business, Public Safety, and Professional Services, the Associate of Applied Science and Accounting, Caitlin Armbrew. Ashley Caballero. Carly Irvin. Valerie Espino. Jenna Fredericks. Tiffany Hamilton. Maria Cassandra Erejon. Brianna Hood. Andrew Juarez. Wendy Ledesma Quiros. Alexander Young. And now the accounting diploma, Gloria Maria Manso. Jamal Walters. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Business Management, Evelyn Escandon. Melissa Hayes. Cheyenne Lee. Janet Mamedova. Tabitha Martin. Eriskel Mercedes. Malachi Mize. Sarah Osavin. Stalina Osorio. Taylor Rudisil. Verónica Sesmas Mondragón. Tyler Schamberger. Shaquan Smith. Brittany Spivey. Aiden Alicia Walker. And now the Business Management Diploma, Kaylee Dell. Eric Gonzalez. And now the EMS Professions Diploma, Jessica Hernandez. Lisette Hernandez. Jordan Martin. And now recognizing Lanier Tech board member Jim Shaw. The Supervisor Management Specialist Certificate, Diamond Thomas. Abby Wethington. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Business Technology, Daniel Abadi. Jessica Acevedo. Marina Hicks. And now the Business Technology Diploma, Austin Casanas. Itzel Martinez Cruz. Alma R. Tarantino. Kathleen Walker. And now the Cosmetology Diploma, Ana Sanchez. And now the Hair Designer Certificate, Lisa Larkin. Laila Martinez. Sierra Williams. And now the Master Cosmetology Certificate, Cambry Allen. Cooper Bishop. Skylar Brown. Alicia Chapman. Karen Cruz. Itzel Fernandez Contreras. Isabel Giller. Jimena Gómez Rodríguez. Sarah Hamill. Haley Harris. Melissa Hernandez. Gracie Hutchins. Gracie Jones. Yasmin Landeros. Jenny Mills. Angelina Mira. Riley Newberry. Bianca Oliva. Cristal Olvera Bravo. Aiden Phillips. Imari Phillips. Araceli Ramirez. Josie Razo Andrade. Lucia Ribeiro. Miliani Ruiz Morales. Mónica Santana. Kinsley Gail Smith. Yamilet Soto. Ashley Soto Franco. Autumn Thomas. Tanya Vasquez. Lillian Wade. Bridget Watson. Morgan White. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Criminal Justice Technology, Cristina Alejandre. Megan Bennett. Mandy Bowen. Skylar Head. Alicia Martinez. Okay. Deborah Petrella. Jasmine Reyes. Berenice Rios Olivas. Rusk Winfield Rome III. Brittany Spivey. Mary Vickers. And now the Criminal Justice Technology Diploma, Shannon Johnson. Catherine McDaniel. And now, recognizing Lanier Tech Board member Dale Simpson. Henry Turribiartes. And now the Criminal Justice Specialist Certificate, Juana Alonso Gomez. Grace Clark. Ashlyn Yadixa Perez. Kira Center. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Culinary Arts, Misty Kuppinger. Kareem Mabry. And now the Culinary Arts Diploma, Joseph O'Grady. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Early Childhood Care and Education, Grayson Boyd. Leslie Cabrera. Amanda Haynes. Ashley Landrum. Claudia Melendez. Jennifer Munoz. Claudia Rodriguez. Cheyenne Scott. Kaylee Thibault. Alondra Vera. Madison Webb. Rosalinda Zuniga. And now the Early Childhood Care and Education Diploma, Hope Almond. Destiny Ellison. Tiana Green. Sophia McGill. And now the Child Development Specialist Certificate, Haley Hopwood. And now the Early Childhood Care and Education Basic Certificate, Melissa Guerra Valencia. And now the Associate of Applied Science and Emergency Management, Gregory Chapman. Tina Doe. Emergency Management, Keith Brian Williams. And now the Esthetician Certificate, Ana Almaraz. Victoria Ayala Martino. Grecia Casanova Dominguez. Luna Cortez. Angelina Diaz. Stephanie Esquivel. Daniela Garcia Diaz. Diana Gutierrez. Mary Harrelson. Mia Hendricks. Chloe Herr. And now recognizing Lanier Tech board member, Lanier Swafford.
Let's get this wrapped up, boss.
Carly Holcomb. Stephanie Hysong. Melissa Lambert. Molly Maney. Madia Martin. Olivia Massenberg. Victoria Peralta. Nicole Probst. Tabitha Riley. Emma Sheridan. Carly Stevens. Acacia Tanner. Evelyn Tapia. Jessica Turner. Mai Chong. Now the Associate of Applied Science and Horticulture, Mia Charles. Colin Dyer. Todd Lime. Crystal Moss. Tejas Reddy. And now the horticultural diploma, Fernanda Vasquez. And now the Associate of Applied Science in Interiors, Brandon Alvarez. Isabella Ramel. Camille Caballero. Aurora Gutierrez. Parker Muir. Rosemary Ojo. Jorge Vargas. And the Criminal Justice Technology Diploma, Mary Whitby Rader.
What a glorious day. The tradition at Lanier Tech is for our graduates to ring the alumni bell, signifying the conferment of your credentials. Today, Lanier Tech alumni and Lanier Tech staff member Kim Duncan has the honor to be the first bell ringer for the class of 2026.
President McDonald, the prospective graduates have completed all of the requirements for their respective degrees, diplomas, and certificates. The faculty recommends that they be awarded their credentials.
Thank you. Will the candidates for graduation please rise? Upon the recommendation of the faculty of Lanier Technical College and by the authority vested in me by the Technical College System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon you your respective degrees, diplomas, and certificates with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereunto. You may now turn your tassels.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the recessional of the stage party and faculty. We ask that you remain at your seat until the recessional has concluded.
And give it to the ones that